All right, guys, Smith & Wesson has got a fat shield now. Let's check it out. The Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Double stack shield, baby. Let's go. Yeehaw. Oh my God, it's the disappearing plates. Wow. All right, got 13 shot mag here. Let's have a little fun. All right, guys, welcome back. Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Our friends at Smith & Wesson sent one of these out for us to check out, a requested one, and we got one in to go through and check out for you guys. I've been really curious about this gun ever since I saw it first came out and everything like that. You know, we're really big fans of the Shield here. I've carried a Shield for a long time, so when I saw the double stack become available, definitely piqued my interest, and they were nice enough to send us one of these for us to check out here for you today. Before we get started today, I would like to thank our friends at Sonoran Desert Institute for supporting our videos. If you're looking for a career in gunsmithing technology, reloading, any type of stuff within the firearms business, they are definitely your go-to school for distance learning programs. They have some great financial incentives. Check them out, SDI, Sonoran Desert Institute. Tell them we sent you over there. So this particular gun does utilize a couple of unique features that are, not quite so standard on the normal Shield. I mean, obviously right out the gate, thank you, John. Right out the gate, one thing that you end up running into is a slightly larger frame to accommodate the double stack magazine. Okay, so the Shield Plus is a double stack, but you can see that they come up to a single stack column on the magazine. All right, and then the body of the magazine is a double stack with a single stack column. So really cool. That does keep the gun, it's actually quite slim. You know, for a double stack, it's really not that large of a gun at all. It definitely, puts it into the same type of mindset as many of the other concealed carry pistols that are out there, like the Springfield Hellcat, and you've got the P365. I know some folks are running the Glock 43 with the Shield arms mags that are kind of the same type of vibe, getting into a double stack configuration. One thing that they did on the Shield Plus that's really cool is you do have a slide rider optic capability. I'm running this one with just irons instead of running an optic, but you can run an optic on this, which is cool. All right, this one comes from the factory with a set of True Glow sights, which is a nice upgrade. All right, usually a set of night sights is going to set you back about $80 to $100, depending on the brand of sight you run. I love that orange front sight. That definitely has a lot of good visibility there, and you got a couple of simple dots there on the rear. The sight radius is what you would expect on any other Shield, but it picks up and points quite naturally. All right, the disassembly and everything is exactly the same as whatever Shield you might be familiar with in the single stack category. The grip texture and the overall profile of the frame is extremely similar to the single stack Shield, so not a whole lot of difference there. One thing that they changed a little bit on this too is the flat shoe trigger. If you look at where this trigger breaks, it breaks nice and flat. So when it's in the broken position, you can see that it sits nice and flat. All right. Also, I noticed that this trigger has a very discernible reset. All right. So the reset, you don't really have to let off too far to get that reset. So it is a greatly improved trigger mechanism over the standard Shield, which is kind of nice, especially for just a stock gun right out of the box. The slide on this gun is melanite stainless steel with a melanite finish. So pretty par for the course gun. Really cool stuff. I do like the double stack configuration. And as you can see there in the intro, she's shooting quite well. We're just running some 124 grain Bellom ball ammunition here. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of carry ammo to shoot in this particular video, but we are going to put the gun through its paces, have a little bit of fun. All right, that's kind of the high points on the gun. All right, let's have some fun. I mean, look, for defensive purposes, I mean, that gong right there is not very far away at all. It's probably that's probably 7 or 10 yards to that gong. But you can see that group, I just kind of offhand rapid fired it, completely capable. Now, with the two magazines, you've got a flush 10-shot mag that I just used there. And then this is a 13 shot with a little bit of a grip extension there. That's pretty par for the course of what you're gonna see on a Smith & Wesson pistol. That kind of bleeds over from the standard single stack shield over to the double stack. So you do get 13 shots plus one in the chamber, so it's a 14 shot gun, which is nice. All right, have a little fun. Yeehaw. Okay. Ha ha. I mean, that sucker is ridiculously accurate. Okay, that particular plate right there, I think that's our 15-yard plate. Okay, 15-yard shooting, you know, about the size of a fist. For me, just kind of rapid firing, I'm very happy with that accuracy in this gun. And I think a couple of things attribute to that accuracy. One is I love the break of the trigger and the angle that it breaks at. It's got a very crisp trigger that's easy to shoot. I love the discernible reset on the Smith pistols compared to Glocks. I like Glocks, don't get me wrong, but I've never really been that big of a fan of the Glock trigger. I do like the M&P trigger a bit more than the Glock trigger, but that flat shoe really does seal the deal for me. And I like the SIG P365 in comparison. Now, I carry a P365 and I love that particular handgun, but I will say this trigger is a little bit nicer than the SIG. And this gun is a little bit larger, so it's a little easier to hang on to, a little bit easier to control and rapid fire. Being just a slightly larger footprint gun, it's a little more to hold on to. Just something to consider. And of course, the True Glow sights that are on this particular gun are a fantastic addition to any gun. But considering that these are just right from the factory on here, this is a nice, sensible upgrade from the factory. All right, sorry, Mr. Gopher. This thing is a bullet delivery device. All right, I'm gonna take a couple long range shots. I've got a 10-inch plate down there at 50 yards. Okay, that's a pretty small target to hit with a little short gun like this. We're gonna give it a try. I'll put a few on the steel at intermediate distance and kind of walk my way out. I've got 13 shots here. Let's see if I can peg that 10-inch round at 50 yards. Now I know that's kind of outside of the realm of personal defense distance. Thank you, John. It comes with 2 mags, as you can see, and John here is helping keep them loaded up for me just so we can keep this video rolling for y'all. I value your time as well as mine. It's always good to have an ammunition fairy. Thank you, John. John does a lot around here behind the scenes, so loading mags is just one of the many things he does to help us out around here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try a couple long range shots. Man, yes. Well, not bad. If I could do my part. I mean, 50 yards kind of a long way for, you know, concealed carry pistol like this. You know, if you're talking about a gun with a slide rider, you're wanting to appendix carry, this is certainly in the tiny gun category for, you know, despite being a single stack. It's considerably slimmer than a Glock 26, which for a long time for me, the Glock 26 was sort of my go-to carry gun just because you do get some generous capacity in that gun, but it is a little fatter, right? So this gun's a little bit slimmer than the 26. It's probably a little bit, maybe a little more width than the P365, but barely, okay? And you really can't even tell when you're hanging onto this thing and shooting it. It's a very enjoyable gun to shoot. I do kind of like that about it. All right, couple more mags. I think you guys get the idea. Have a little bit of fun. I mean, in personal defense ranges, this thing is an absolute tack driver for sure. And if you can do your part out to 50 and even longer distances, it'll certainly do it. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Not bad. Okay. Now, if you were to run like a little small slide rider on this or something, it would still be a relatively compact setup. And the Shield Plus, just like the original Shield, the bore axis is a little bit on the high side compared to something like the 365 or arguably even the Glock. So that's one thing about the M&Ps, especially in this series of guns like the Shield, is they do have a slightly higher bore axis, and that can translate, you know, to a little bit more muzzle flip. But really though, considering this thing's just a 9, it really does not kick hard at all. I think, you know, any shooter, regardless of their skill level, could probably get behind this thing, and with a little bit of time, with that trigger and those sights, there's absolutely no reason why people can't shoot this gun just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot a couple more mags and let you guys get back to your day. This has been the Shield Plus. We hope you enjoyed this video. I know that we really weren't able to test a wide variety of different ammunition, and we haven't been able to test any carry ammo, but bear with me. I'm gonna try to get to that in a future episode. We're just a little bit, you know, like everybody right now, a lot of the carry ammo is very difficult to get right now. So we've been trying to kind of scale back on the amount of different carry loads. We typically try to test a lot of these defensive guns with different defensive loads. So not only can we see how those loads shoot, but we also want to know if the gun is going to cycle them and work and everything like that, because some guns are a little bit picky about what they'll run. So just bear that in mind. This is one type of ammunition in this particular gun. You know, vet your ammo, make sure you go through and check stuff out. But I will try to get to this in a future video using a little bit more variety of ammunition, okay? All right, couple more mags. This gun is a straight up shooter. I'm very, very pleased with it. All right, yeah, that target up close there, that's John Lovell's company there at Warrior Poet makes this Raven target, and that's what that is. So that's a little bit different there. That's the one I was shooting close range, and we can shoot that one no problem. All right. All right. Guys, have a great day. Many more videos on the way. We hope you enjoyed this particular presentation. Definitely a big thank you to all of our Patreon supporters for supporting what we do. Thank you very much. If you love what we do and you want to support us more directly, you can go over to Ballistic Ink, pick yourself up a snazzy t-shirt. Also, big thanks to Smith Wesson for sending this particular gun out for us to show you guys today. I think they did quite well on this one. I think they got a winner in this particular gun and a good contender in the micro pistol lineup, you know, which seems to be a very popular move for the industry right now. So very cool to see their addition to that pile of guns. So guys, thank you very much. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you soon.